Evening. England scores? No, they haven't. You're a fool if you don't think I have the World Cup stream going on my laptop right now. If you don't think I'm watching while I'm streaming, they scored! Oh my god, they actually did score. Wait, they did. Wait, they did. Wow, what a way to start the stream, man. Wow. Shit, my stream's behind. This is just like the Oscars. Oh my god, they just cut to sad Messi. Anyway, okay, we're not gonna do that today. Don't get it twisted. This is not what this stream is gonna be. Not with this. Stop distracting us. We're all about to leave. I know. Trust me, I considered pushing this back because I watched the first half before hopping on here and was like, shit, this is a good one. This is a really good one. But I understand that a lot of you don't give a fuck about soccer and football and whatnot. So we're going to stick through it and just kind of have a little thing going on in the background. Damn, am I bummed that ooh, wow, what a nasty one. And it was by the guy that looks like comically British, isn't it? Okay, anyway, hashtag red shoes, absolutely. Guys, welcome to the broadcast. It is July 15th, 2026, and we are here. I'm wearing a hoodie, even though I'm about to take it off because it's quite hot in here. But I wear it because it's new merch. It's new merch that's coming soon. I haven't put it out yet, but this is an old design, by the way. We used to make these Watch More Movies hoodies, and it's you can't really see it on the camera, but it's embroidered. Nice little stitching. It feels real nice. Really good quality hoodie, really comfortable. I've been wearing this like all week. So be on the lookout for that. But anyway, welcome. It's been a big week. It's been a good week. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to get into, a lot to look forward to. Let's get into all of it. This week we are going to be talking about The Red Shoes. It is the weekly film club movie voted on by the viewers last week. Quite lot of layers to that. And a lot of layers to the fact that right now the England game is happening. And The Red Shoes was the England film in our World Cup bracket of movies. So there's just a lot of layers to this, right? Yeah, so I'm excited to talk about that. I need to shut the stream. I need to not be watching. This is a terrible idea to have this open. So we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking a little bit about The Odyssey. Before having seen it, so many influencers have already seen it. I'm not on these lists. I'm not on these email lists. They don't like me for whatever reason. So I have not seen it yet. But I'm excited to see it tomorrow afternoon. Before that, in anticipation, we're going to be doing a Nolan tier list. I know I've done a Nolan rank in the past, but with with Oppenheimer coming out since then, and with some updated opinions and what have you, it'll be fun to revisit his filmography and go about it in a tier list format. So we got that going on. We'll talk a little bit about the Digger trailer, certainly. Any other news? I'm trying to remember what other news. TIFF this year. I'm going. I'll be there. I'm super excited. I actually just talked to someone this morning about it. We'll potentially be doing a little bit more than I usually do at TIFF this year. Got a couple exciting things lined up for the fest that I'm quite excited about. So, yeah, Michael made $1 billion. We can talk about that. That's news to me as of right now. The Behemoth trailer. Thank you. We'll certainly talk about that. Batman's gotten pushed back. A lot has happened the last week. And then there's other stuff going on with the Paramount deal, but I honestly, I know as much as I just said. I have actually not looked into it a whole lot, other than potentially it's up in the air. Some things have gotten in the way of it, or quite frankly, it might be the opposite. I should have looked it up before opening my mouth. But yeah, lots going on. Frankly, I'm excited for the World Cup to wrap up, as it has consumed my life and has really taken me away. If you look at my Letterboxd activity, it's grim. I have not watched a whole lot, and that's because I've both been traveling. I went to San Francisco. We'll talk about that. I visited a little crazy thing that happened that I just have to bring up right off the bat. While I was in San Francisco, we of course did the Alcatraz prison tour. And not just 2 days later, there was this tragic boating accident outside of it, which I just have to say out loud, not to make jokes about it or anything, but just incredibly eerie, man. Just to put yourself in my shoes. That's an insane thing to the timing of it all. I was we were just there. And then we had to go home and watch the fucking Escape from Alcatraz Clint Eastwood movie. So I'm very Alcatraz that island is consuming my life right now. So I had to bring that up. Crazy thing that happened. But San Francisco was beautiful. Just had to say it. I went down the zigzag road that they go down in What's Up, Doc. That was very cool. Sam Neill passed, of course. Rest in peace, the great Sam Neill. That came out of nowhere. We talked about him all the way back in our Broadcast episode on Possession, where he is absolutely astonishing. And I mean, really great actor. There's a lot of Sam Neill I haven't seen, but from the stuff I have seen, it's clear the man, one of those actors that had an incredible amount of range, could truly do it all, could be heartwarming and a comfort actor, and in the same way be an absolute nightmare. I mean, he's a very, very talented performer, and yeah, super, super sad. I mean, he was 70 something, weirdly young, that's a little young and very out of nowhere. Was not expecting that this week. So that's, yeah, quite sad. But a great excuse to check out some more Sam Neill, in honor. But, in Mouth of Madness for the movie club next week, maybe. I have seen that movie, and it is a disturbing one, certainly. There's a couple others of his, though, that I'm a little bit more eager to check out, that I would open up as a possibility. When will Rancho Mirage release? Listen, this is a Karst, almost said Karstcast. This is a Broadcast exclusive. It will be out in August, for sure, certainly. I will be putting it out in August, probably the first half of August. I'm going to drop a teaser soon. We're putting it out, and it's going to be there. People who donated to the film will be getting a link to it early. But Rancho Mirage is coming early August. I promise. I am so sorry for the late, or for the delay on that, for it being out so late. Just been waiting on a couple of things, and have ultimately decided we're just going to put it out. And I'm very excited about it. I'm super excited for people to see it. Thank you for the patience, and thank you if you happen to be in the chat and you donated to the film, an extra thank you to you, and I'm excited for people to see it. There will be a teaser on Instagram very soon. Moana bombed. I haven't really tapped into too much of the Moana stuff. It kind of went right past me. That's one where I had close to no interest in seeing it, and upon release was like, yeah, I'm pretty much hit the nail on the head with that one. Did not need to see that. Supergirl, kind of the same thing, though it would have been worth checking out, I think, more so than Moana. Minions, I was one of those where I was like, damn, they proved me wrong with that one. I maybe should have seen that. And there's still chance. There's still time. But it just didn't happen for me that week. The Letterboxd sell. That stuff is more... It seems like it's narrowing down. I think we brought it up briefly last week. I can't remember, but it was just kind of like floated around. It wasn't like anything confirmed or anything solid at that point. But if there is news coming out, that means that stuff is happening that we don't know about. So, my take on it, as the spokesperson for the community, of course, kidding. I think it's a damn shame. Obviously, I would rather this not happen. As it is I speak for a lot of people when I say one of the most pure and just good platforms out there that doesn't have a whole lot wrong with there's features we'd love to have added, private accounts, a bit more privacy options, certainly, especially with more celebrities joining. You would think that they would incorporate that into, public figures being able to enjoy the app without having to like ruin their careers. There's things that we wanted. This is not one of them, and it's a shame. Not much anyone can do about it. It's one of those apps that I just don't think was supposed to get as big as it got. I don't think anyone, including the people involved in it, knew it would get as massive as it is. And so this is just kind of when an app gets this big, it's just like these kinds of things are inevitable. And I don't know. I'm really famously horrible at business and knowing how business works. It's why when I did my Succession podcast, I had on my friend Christian Borky as my co-host, because she knew way more about business than I did, and she could kind of explain what was happening during the show to me. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. I'll say that much. I hope nothing bad comes of it. I hope the app continues to operate in the same, because it would be a bigger tragedy to like lose years and years of diary entries. I'm going down with the ship if this is I will be there as long as humanly possible, as I have built so much on that platform and have too much of a history as far as my own like diary entries, and I don't want to lose any of those stats. So they got me in there in the long run. So business numbers. Exactly. What's all this? Do you know about the I Play Rocky trailer? I Play Rocky biopic? I don't. I think I maybe briefly saw this morning, but I don't know anything about that. Can someone explain it to me in chat? I'm not going to look up the trailer right now. Also, hey, I want to just say hello to the members real quick. I forgot to do that off the bat, but hello to, if you're wondering what are the green names, those are members. Those are people who support the channel, who get access to perks like voting on the weekly movie club movies. They get to play me in Cine 2 Nerdle. They get access to member exclusive videos once or twice a month. And they get a shout out, which I'm about to do. Hello, Maxwell Hampton. Good to see you as always. Ellen Mary, Nick Rudo, Dan Word Wallace. Good to see you. Devin Bishop, Saul Maxwell, Tomas, Pink Reboot, Joe Terrones, and Matt Mann. We'll leave it there. Good to see you guys as always. Moth in the Sky as always. Electrify, Anna. It's good to see you guys. Weasel Guard. I've never seen that one before. So I assume you don't have high hopes for Digger. Now, whoever said that? People have been calling me. I thought I made it fairly clear in my Inyaritu video. I got a lot of comments saying I was mispronouncing his name, and I even looking at the comments, still don't fully understand what about. I watched a lot of interviews and they said it the way I said it, but maybe I'm completely wrong. Iñárritu, not Iñárritu. I think I was saying Iñárritu. Either way, I apologize for that. I was doing my best. And I also, going back to the original point I was making, I'm not an Iñárritu hater. Iñárritu, sorry. I'm not like, I was trying to be as open-minded. I have my issues with his work, certainly, and that's what the video was about. I was like, I think he's someone who has, throughout his career, the further into his career he's gone, has realized he struggles to find things to say beyond the basic premise of his films. Like, I think, but maybe that's not even true. Because when you look at it closer, maybe that in itself is something that he's saying, is like an exploration of his own artistic purpose. I thought it was, I thought I was making some points, but maybe not. Where do we go if Boxed dies? I love calling it Boxed. We just get into physical journals, man. We go back to the roots. Buy a journal. It's the best. Favorite Michael Powell movie? I mean, it's got to be The Red Shoes, right? Assuming we're talking about the same Michael Powell here. I'm like, why do I feel like, I mean, this kind of sealed the deal this week, but I'm like, it's between that and A Matter of Life and Death. The clip of you crying in the theater etiquette is hilarious. I'm not surprised someone clipped that, but yeah, I think a lot of people expected me to actually cry, and you will not catch me crying on camera on the internet. I'm not Anthony Fantano. All respect. I haven't seen Colonel Blimp. Anyway, are you gonna dig with Digger? I completely flew past the Digger question, but so yeah, the trailer came out right after I put out that video, so we got a better idea of what this movie is. I don't know how I'm gonna feel. It's giving like a Mickey 17 vibe. I think I can't be the only one who has pointed that out. It's leaning more in that direction than Roy Anderson. Like, Roy Anderson is still there stylistically. It's one of like, I mean, it's obviously the goofiest Iñárritu movie we've seen so far, based on just the trailer. And it could be a huge miss, could be really annoying, but I'm kind of choosing to lean into it. I also see a lot of people like talking shit about the way the movie looks, and I'm like, I think this one is so, obviously we have thrown around like the muddy, dull, gray complaints for years now about these big budget films. This certainly looks weird for having been shot on VistaVision. It's not the kind of VistaVision we've come to expect from these VistaVision movies, which certainly, I mean, I thought it was interesting more than anything. I was like, you can do anything with the format. But I think, like, yes, it looks very dull and desaturated, but I think the difference between something like this and, say, like Red One is that it's pretty intentional about it, man. It feels like very deliberately dusty and bleak, and everyone looks dead and pale on purpose. And so I'm like, I think I'm not it seems like an artistic choice here. The same way, again, a Roy Anderson movie looks the exact same way with all these like creamy marble, dry looks. I mean, I think it looks interesting. I think the movie will be a mess. If it still is an hour and if it's still less than 2 hours, like, I'm, again, still, that for some reason makes a huge difference for me. It makes me feel like there's some focus being done. The trailer makes it look way more epic than something that is apparently under 2 hours, which is why I have a hard time believing that that's still the case. But I have no idea what to expect. I'm still incredibly curious and super on board. I like what Cruise is doing. The makeup, I think, looks great. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It seems like a pretty straightforward, like goofy Cruise performance, as opposed to. I was talking to someone about this just like a few days ago, as opposed to like what he's doing in Magnolia. It's not that kind of crazy Cruise. It's more just like an exaggerated, like comedic performance. It'll get Best Comedy Actor at Golden Globes, is what I've been saying. It's a shoo-in for that award as of now. I guess Michael can swoop in and take it because it's technically a musical. But I don't know, man. Weird year. Thoughts on the cat? Love the cat. The cat looks cool. And I just love the details of like what they did with I don't know if that's just naturally how that cat came out into the world, but I think it's fun. I think if it's makeup, if they did makeup on the cat, I don't know if that's entirely ethical, but it looks cool. David Howell, thank you for being a member for 9 months. You seen The Odyssey yet? I have not. No, I'm not one of the lucky influencers who has gotten to see it yet. But I'm seeing it tomorrow afternoon. I'm really, really excited. I had a dream about it last night. That's how excited I am. I had a dream. This is going to sound crazy, and you guys are going to roast me, but I had a dream, and I think it's because I was watching their Instagram videos before going to sleep. But I went to see The Odyssey with the guys from Slushy Noobs, and everything was like going wrong. It was like a stress dream where it's like the movie started, but like people weren't sitting down, people were talking, and I wasn't enjoying the movie in the exact way I wanted to be enjoying it. And I was like really stressed out about it. And then I woke up and I was like, okay, I did not hang out with Slushy Noobs and see The Odyssey. Everything's fine. It's definitely a puppet. Well, it's a cool puppet. I think that movie is a shoo-in for best makeup and hairstyling or production design. It's going to be a tech thing for sure. Favorite Toy Story film? I think I might eat these words because today am feeling 2. It's been a couple years since I've rewatched these movies, but today I'm like 2, in my honest opinion. The Lupita hate is dumb. That is some of the dumbest shit I've seen. I've been on this platform a long time. And by platform, I mean a combination of Twitter and YouTube and everywhere. And it's got to be just the most ridiculous shit. I'm so over it, man. And I went because I watched the Odyssey trailer a couple days ago naturally because I just wanted to check in with it out of excitement. And just looking at the comments and the like to dislike ratio, I'm like, have we lost our minds? Is it all bots? There's no way these are real people. There's no way real people are upset about this. Like, there's just no way, man. You don't care. And it doesn't matter. And it's just it's just racist, frankly. It's insane. And then seeing the, like, Critical Drinker review with like over 1 million views after like a day, complaining about I didn't click on it. I don't know what he's talking about in it, but it had Elliot Page in the thumbnail, and I was like, bro, have we lost our minds? Like, how evil is this country, man? It's pretty evil, to answer the question. But yeah, I like to believe it's bots, but then when I see that guy's videos doing so well, I'm like, God damn, dude. Like, it's just so upsetting to me. Really upsets me. It's just a miserable way to live, too. Can I just say that? It's just like a pathetic way to engage with things. It's like, anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Behemoth looks absolutely incredible. Didn't like get a whole lot out of the and I like this, that I'm like, I don't have a very good idea of what this movie's about, but I know enough to be like extremely excited. Love to see like Pedro Pascal in a lead role like this. Not that he's like only doing both. He works a lot. He just works a lot. But like, this seems like a really interesting role for him specifically. Just not something I would expect to see him as a lead in. So I'm excited. Would you ever make a TV show? I don't know. I'd make a cartoon show. when I was growing up, when I was a kid, I used to want to make the next regular show. Like that, I forget his name, but he was my hero as a kid. And I was like, I want to do that, which I think was like the first that I wanted to do that before. I used to want to be like a cartoonist, and I'll get to the super chat. I used to want to be a cartoonist, and then I wanted to make a cartoon show, and then I drew up this entire concept and list of characters and would make my own cartoons, and then somehow from that got to movies, and that's where we are now. Mordecai, absolutely, yeah. That's as in that one, yeah. Okay, I missed the super chat. I saw the David Howell one, but there was another one, you say. Looking for it. Electrify, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it. And I'm very sorry that it took me this long to see this. I just joined Letterboxd and the sale is happening. I'm going down with the ship with you, Karsten. Hell yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't care. I mean, I care what happens, but I will not be leaving the platform. I'm still on Twitter, and I shouldn't be. But I'm going down with that ship. I've stopped, like... It's kind of just like I can't look away from a car crash type of thing. I'm not really tweeting anymore, because I don't have anything to say, and I feel like any time I do tweet, it's met with, like, the most insane replies, and I'm like, this place didn't used to be like this. It just didn't... People used to be normal on here, believe it or not. But yeah. Is Blue Sky relevant? I mean, I don't know. I'm not... I am on there, but I'd never go on there. People on there probably are having a good time. They're probably having a fine time doing what they're doing. I wish I was more into it, but I'm not. Everything just sucks. See, now we don't need to lean into being miserable. Let's lighten up. Super Mario Galaxy movie for best casting. Yes, fuck it. Why not? Let's do it. I don't know. Carson, do you regret the Spielberg Netflix video you did? I don't remember what I said in that. That was many, many years ago. That was like 8 years ago. You sounded like Michael from The Office. My dad kind of looks like Michael from The Office, so not far off. So Nolan, how about that guy? Yeah, let's talk about Christopher Nolan. Let's get into the damn... I'm comfortable getting into the tier list sooner rather than later. Hey, I'm going to upset a lot of you guys right now. Also, I'm assuming no updates on the score. People would say something in chat if there was an update on the score. I don't think it's aged that well, my Spielberg video. I just want to know what happened. I know it was like about something he said about Netflix, but I don't remember what it is. Still 1-0. Cool. Okay, anyway, so today's activity was I had a Nolan tier list that I was going to do that sounded fun. Just to like kind of... I have not gone back and watched a whole lot of his movies in prep for the Odyssey, because I feel like I'm familiar enough. I was going to watch Andrei Rublev, because I know a couple friends who have been doing that, and I heard that that's a big inspiration, weirdly, but yeah, I thought in some way of getting ready for the Odyssey, and to just kind of, yeah, get in the Nolan mood, I thought we could do a tier list. So let me set that up right now. As soon as I can figure out how to do it. Dark Knight Rises ending sucks. It's been so many years, but I remember thinking it was good and fine. Didn't blow me away. Okay. We're getting there. We are getting there. We are... Wait for it. Getting there. Okay, so this is the Nolan tier list. This is someone else's tier list, which is why it says haven't seen. I can't say I haven't seen any. I've seen them all. So I'm just going to make that D. I don't think he has a true flop, so naturally it kind of works to have a D as like a not great, but nothing terrible. I don't think he has one like truly awful movie, in my honest opinion. This is going to be interesting. D for Dark Knight, of course. Yeah, if we just put the Dark Knight there. Did you make a Nolan ranked video? I did. I did a Nolan ranked video back in 2020 or 2021. A lot of people ask me if I ever made one, and I'm like, yes, it's out there. But then I realized that at some point it got copyright, not struck, but like, I forget what the next level is. It wasn't like just demonetization. They like blocked it in many countries. And so a lot of people are like, I didn't even know you. And I was like, I didn't even know it wasn't visible. So that's a shame. And maybe we're due for a new one because Oppenheimer has moved quite far up the list. But anyway, let's start with The Batman Begins. I believe that's what this one is. Off memory of the posters, I think that's Batman Begins. I remember thinking Batman Begins was fun. I think it's a fun movie. I think it's a pretty beautiful tone setter for what he would do with this trilogy. I did not see it when I never watched any of the Batman movies when they were coming out. I was young and didn't really care, frankly. It took me a second. And so I can't really like speak on like how this felt at the time for Batman fans. But like watching it nowadays with the rest of the trilogy out there and knowing what he did, it's like it's a pretty great in like an easy intro into like what he wanted to do here. Like it's very serious and sincere and tonally different from a lot of what you see from Batman before this. And it works really well as a movie. It's a good time. I'm going to give it a B. Batman Begins, that's a B. Dunkirk. I'm a huge Dunkirk fan. I really have been like itching to rewatch Dunkirk. I like it because it's short. It's one of the few modern Christopher Nolan movies that are short, relative to what else he's everything else. But I remember seeing this one with my mom, right when I think right before I went into film school. Remind me, was this 2016 or 2017? I'm pretty sure it was 2017. Maybe it was the summer after my first year of film school. And I was like kind of paying attention to things more than I was before. And I was like, this is a gorgeous film. This movie looks outstanding. It was like the first thing since seeing Mad Max Fury Road where I was like pretty obsessed with like just the image and the technicalities of it all. Like I didn't really care that much about that stuff up until those two movies kind of like really put them front and center and are like, this is a movie about how this sounds and how this looks and like the structure of the film. I think like, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but I feel like the popularization of these Nolan films that prioritize the spectacle combined with like Denis Villeneuve and I guess it's just those two guys. Just the combination of those two have really like ushered in this new wave of movies, I guess specifically like art house movies that just feel really cinematography driven, and you get a lot of dog shit in that way. A lot of like, I'm not going to say Nicholas Winding Refn because he was doing this before these movies, but like stuff that kind of feels like knockoff Winding Refn or knockoff Denis Villeneuve. And this is why I didn't want to open this can of worms, because there are a lot of beautiful movies that have been inspired by stuff like this, but I don't know. Just this is one where I can speak on like the impact it had when it came out. And I was like, this feels so fresh and exciting and crazy. I gotta go A. Following his debut feature, another score, Argentina. Interesting. That's a shame. All right, well, keep me updated. Damn, and it was a good goal. This is how much time is left in the game, by the way? Can I just ask that? Before we move on to following? We don't need to talk about following too much. Three minutes, dog. Not counting stoppage time. I feel like this is going to go into penalty. Anyway, following is an easy D. I think if we just, listen, we'll see how we feel at the end of the list. I have a soft spot for Following. It's so similar to, and I've been wanting to make a video talking about like acclaimed directors' debut features or something. Like, I find a better title than that. But like, it's very similar to like Bottle Rocket for Wes Anderson, where it's like, it's clear this is someone who you can see a lot of Christopher Nolan and like modern day Christopher Nolan in Following, though you kind of have to look closely, and it's not executed all that interestingly. It's a movie that no one would ever watch again if he didn't go anywhere from this. Like, it's only interesting in the context of the rest of his work. I could be wrong. There could be some like real Following heads, but I mean, it's really interesting in that way. It's definitely like the worst of his films. So I have to naturally put it in D, though I don't think it's like a terrible movie. Bottle Rocket is more overtly West. Yeah, because even beyond just like the stylistic stuff that's like kind of there, like you see a lot more of like his tendencies in the writing and like how his characters speak and the humor. And also Bottle Rocket's a good movie. Inception. I, with time, am less impressed by Inception. I also was not part of the initial Inception wave, and I always kind of had something against this movie because it was like this is just giving reason for why like it took me so long to watch it. I grew to like resent it just because all of like the cool people at school were talking about it and had plans to see it, and I was never invited, and so I never saw it until later in my life. And when I saw it eventually back in like 2018, I was like, this is an incredibly cool movie, and I love puzzles. And if we want to talk about puzzle box movies, which this kind of is, it's more than that, but like it is really kind of like the definitive puzzle box movie, and has inspired like a whole wave of films after it. I mean, it's very cool, and it is really fun to watch it and try to unpack it and talk about it afterwards. Technically speaking, it's incredibly cool. I think it's just a little dry. I don't have as much fun playing with this one as I do some of his others. It has not left the biggest impact on me emotionally. I can't deny how much of how important it is to Nolan's filmography and to just movies in general. And so I feel like I can't go below an A, but like deep down I kind of want to put it in B. It's like pretty good. It's been a hot second since I've rewatched it. And I'd be so curious to know what I gave it in my first Nolan rank. I'd imagine it was pretty high, but for some reason these days, after opening my heart a bit more to stuff like Tenet, and certainly after Oppenheimer, I'm like, I've seen him at his best, and it's hard to see him like be really good, but still be kind of like working through it. You gave it number 1. That's what I'm like. That's what I thought, and I was like, that would be crazy to say now. But it's just like, I feel like Oppenheimer has made me reevaluate his work. And I don't know. Things change. Wildy Gamer, thank you for the super chat. Do you plan on seeing The Dog Stars? Absolutely. I'm like one of the only people that's still holding out hope for that movie. I think the trailer may be a little sketchy, of course. I don't think it's going to be amazing. People say this about every Ridley Scott movie of the last 10 years. But I will be honest. House of Gucci and kind of Gladiator 2 aside, he hasn't been terrible, Ridley Scott. Like, he kind of gets the job done every time. And something like this, a movie like this, feels more doable for him these days than something like another Gladiator movie or like an epic crime film like House of Gucci. Like, that stuff, it does not do it for me as much. 2-1 Argentina. That's a shame. Are you serious? Bloody hell. 8 minutes of extra time left. I hope they can do something. Dude, Argentina keeps doing this, man. It's always like at the last minute. Some bullshit happens. That's actually genuinely upsetting. Damn. Anyway, Inception comfortably at A. Would be curious. Honestly, would be open to a broadcast vote for Inception. I would watch this for the broadcast, as it's been so many years, and it would be an interesting one to talk about now. It's not coming home. Don't say that yet, man. That's not even my home, but like, so I can't really. I was sad after Norway got kicked out, and that's kind of when that was the closest thing I had. Spain is our last hope. I'm excited. I really have no business talking about football, but this does bum me out. Insomnia. I got a real soft spot for Insomnia. I know some people call it mid, but I remember when I watched it kind of being like, I don't know, resistant to it at first and being like, this is just like whatever. It doesn't feel like it's really him. And it's not. It's probably one of the least Nolan movies here. It actually, I mean, maybe aside from like the Batman Begins, and there's reasons for why that, but like I'm not gonna get into it. It just feels more traditional. But like Insomnia feels like the least Nolan of all his work, and it still really works as a great movie. I love. It gets real heady and real psychological, real nightmarish. I have seen very few films that have captured or tried to capture like sleep deprivation on screen in a way where you can feel the anxiety and like the way it just plays with your head. I think it's a really cool concept, and I think Robin Williams is fantastic in it. I think Al Pacino's fantastic in it. It's just it's crazy that it's like he has these two actors going up against each other this early on in his career. It's like I think it's a really well-made movie. I'm gonna go a solid B. Kind of a I'll say it, kind of a sleeper. Interstellar. Interstellar's great. I just rewatched it last summer and liked it a lot more on a rewatch. I know that this movie has, for whatever reason, like this, not for whatever reason, it's obvious why, but people really go hard for Interstellar these days, and we don't need to like unpack all of that. It's one of his most like straightforwardly emotional movies. Like he's very upfront in this film in a way he isn't in a lot of his other work, though I will say like he seems to be getting out more these days, and I think it's because of the like success of Interstellar. Like Oppenheimer, I would argue, I might get called out for this, but I would argue is much more emotional than a lot of his early work, a lot more personal. But Interstellar feels like a very vulnerable movie for him, but it still doesn't lose sight of like the scale that he's used to. And so I think it's a really interesting movie in that way. I think it's a really beautiful movie, like just the way it's shot, and there's a lot more like handheld here than in a lot of Nolan movies. I mean, it just feels like he's going big and staying grounded at the same time, and it's a really interesting balance that he strikes that, I don't know, just makes it a very unique movie in his filmography. I don't know if it's a movie he can, like, attempt to even make again, though he can, like, he's clearly, like, taken the personal aspects of it and ran with that moving forward. And so I think it's interesting. I'll give it A. I really liked it on a rewatch. A couple years ago, I would have given it B. It doesn't really do it for me in the same way it does other people. I think he goes so personal that at times it feels like just a tad cheesy. I agree, Raja could use a bit more subtlety for sure, but like that just comes down to personal taste. It's not where I get my fix. But yeah, I'm going a nice light A. Memento. I love Memento. It's been many years since I've rewatched Memento, but it is very it's his Rushmore, both Wait, is it his second movie or am I wrong? Did he make Insomnia first? Either way, I count it as his Rushmore, as it's like the first time I feel like he really comes into his own style and nails it. It is his second. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it's like really exciting in that way alone. And I also think it does more for me as like a puzzle movie than Inception does. It feels a little bit more personal, a little bit more grounded. The performances just feel a lot more inspired, whereas Inception, they feel like little figures. He's like moving around a board, which is cool. And that's a cool movie for sure. But Memento just feels like he really like nails what he wants to do off the bat. And it feels like he's been chasing that same feeling in a lot of his movies, and sometimes he comes up short. But that doesn't speak on this movie's. I mean, it just speaks to how good this film is. I might go S. That's an S tier Nolan for me. I've been loving Memento. I would also happily rewatch that one. It's a banger. Let's follow that up with another one. Call me crazy, but Oppenheimer is a clear and obvious S. I'll put it even like in the S tier above Memento because I think it's his best movie. This is something I've gotten more comfortable with the longer I've sat with the film. It was a movie where I thought it was pretty good. When I first saw it, I was like, that was heavy. It was a heavy movie, and I didn't really know what to make of it. I was like, that was a little all over the place. It was a little messy. It was just a bit much, a little clunky. And like riding the high of like the Barbenheimer thing, I was like, I don't know. I need to sit with that. And then I couldn't stop thinking about it. It had the same effect as Paul Schrader's First Reformed, where it just kind of, as soon as the film hit its credits, is when like a new movie started to like appear in my mind, and I started just like reliving a lot of it and thinking a lot of it over, and it couldn't escape me, and I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I bought the 4K, watched it at home, realized on that rewatch that it's like by far one of the best movies of the decade. Some of the most inspired editing, some of the coolest editing that's like so like natural and floaty and kind of acts like it has a mind of its own, but is very focused and intentional at the same time. It's like the kind of movie, it's a miracle that this movie works when you think about it. When you think of how many different moving pieces there are and how naturally it all cuts together and how it kind of feels like one giant sequence. It's a movie that doesn't stop for like 3 hours. It's an incredible piece of work. That also, and what's most important, feels very, very unique to Nolan. Like, it doesn't feel like something that any other filmmaker could really pull off in the same way, whilst also being super personal. I mean, it seems like him kind of tapping into his own outlook on the world, which is something he shies away from in a lot of his movies, in favor of like this obsession with time and I don't know, figuring out a puzzle. I feel like he takes a step back from that and really taps into the psyche of this character in a way that feels unique to him. I think that's also why Memento works, is it also feels really psychological and personal, really early on in his career. So, yeah, S tier easily. I've spoken about Oppenheimer quite a bit over the last few years. I'm like, you guys know I love that movie. It's pretty good. Tenet. You know, something's got to go and see. And while I am a Tenet defender, while I think Tenet is good and a fun ass time and is like pretty essential to his career, pretty like we need Tenet for this filmography to feel complete. If he stopped making movies today, like, I'm glad Tenet's there. It is like, I mean, you've heard him say it. You've heard other people say it plenty of times when defending it, that like, you do need to just kind of feel this movie to enjoy it. You need to just stop trying to figure it out. And I think that was like a huge artistic turning point in his career when he made this film and was like, let's just forget about figuring this out and just feel what this feels like. Like, that's, I think, really cool. I don't think it makes for, like, the best movie. Argentina won. Dude, don't do this to me right now. That's so sad. That's so sad. God damn. It's not coming home. It's not coming home. My God. I need Spain to win, man. I need Spain to win so bad. Man, they really set it up so it's going to be like that. Have you guys seen the baby photo of Messi holding baby Lamine Yamal? That's really going to happen. It's all come down to this. Recreating that photo. That's crazy. England looking mighty sad. I'd imagine this was supposed to be the year. Just end the stream. If I just don't even complete the tier list, just end the stream. Oh my God, man. That's crazy. That game felt like it happened really quickly. Let's just talk about the red shoes now. Hey, they won the broadcast movie bracket, if that means anything to anybody. England did win that one. And deservingly so, after watching that movie again. We in mourning? Yeah. Anyway, Tenet, C tier. Good movie, fun movie, kind of stupid movie, but a good time. It means nothing to all of us. Okay, Dark Knight Rises. I'm not too hot on this film. I think it's fun. I think it's someone I really think it's not anything below B. I think it's pretty solid. It feels like the least interesting of anything I think the most interesting thing about it is that it has to follow up The Dark Knight. And like the bane of it all is kind of fun. But like it didn't make the biggest impression on me. It feels like him kind of I think when watching it you feel there's a lot of pressure behind it. That causes it to not really stick its landing, and it feels very tight and not super creatively inspired in a lot. I don't know. It's like, I think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool movie. I think it's a really fun movie. Keep in mind, I'm not super passionate about this trilogy, though I do think The Dark Knight is great. It's fine. It's a good fun time. I don't have the most like passionate thoughts on this one. The Dark Knight. I mean, high A to low S, for being real. I mean, it's The Dark Knight. It feels offensive to go anywhere lower than S, but this is like kind of this is his baby. I know you say overrated, and when I first watched it, I was like, that's a little, I don't know if I see the hype as much, but also it's like it is a fully established classic at this point. It feels really disrespectful to go anywhere lower than that. And like rewatching, it's one of those where in a very different way from Oppenheimer, like it doesn't really tap into the psyche in the same way. It's not that kind of movie, but it does have like some of his most iconic and like striking sequences. Great script, great performance. I mean, yeah, it gets the best performance out of any Nolan movie in my opinion with Heath Ledger. Like that's, I don't know, man. I have a really hard time going below S. It's like it's a iconic. This feels like such a stacked S tier column. I mean, he went off with these three movies, man. Starting to believe the guy deserves the hype a little bit. And then The Prestige. I like this movie. It's a bit of a sleeper for some people. Some people say this is like one of his best movies of all time. I think it's fun. I remember having a really good time watching it. Feels like some of the loosest he's been, while still being obviously like kind of a twisty, puzzly movie. It feels like he's very comfortable in this space and doesn't feel like a whole lot of pressure. It's before things got kind of crazy for him as a filmmaker. But it's good. I I'd go a high B. I'd go a high B with that. I don't know if it's on the same wavelength as these three for me. This feels maybe it is. No. I'm gonna hold back. Well, that was fun. That was chill. That was honestly one of the chillest tier lists I think we've ever done on this stream. I feel like we're all pretty happy with this. Are we? Guy's a good filmmaker. I don't know where I'm going to land on the Odyssey. I've read no reviews for it purposefully. I have no interest. I want to go in as blind as possible. Though I have heard it's pretty. I've seen a lot of 4.5 stars. That's all I do know. But I don't know, man. I have a hard time believing he's going to top Oppenheimer with it. But only time will tell. All right. Well, that does it for Nolan. I say we transition into the movie club. I say we just cruise right through and get into the movie club movie this week. Give me 1 second while I adjust. Before we do that, though, damn, the England thing really, like, it's a bit of a downer, isn't it? I was feeling like pretty hyped up at the top of the stream coming off of the first half of that game, and now I'm just like not even seeing the game, just like learning this secondhand through the chat, like really got to me. That's really upsetting after all of this tournament. Damn. Anyway, get your shoes on. It's time to get our shoes on. If you're new here, every week we do a movie club. We all watch a movie together. Not together, but we watch it at some point during the week. And then we come back here and we talk about it. This week we talked about The Red Shoes, which I'm excited to talk about. It was a rewatch for me, but one that I've been meaning to rewatch for years. But before we get into that, we need to nominate which movie we watch for next week. And how it works is that in the chat, you guys suggest movies. I'll pick 4 of them that sound promising. And then the members in a poll on the community tab vote on next week's film. I feel like we have to put in With Null and I. Also, I learned through my girlfriend it's pronounced With Null and I, not With Nail. Are we both wrong? Is one of us right? I don't know. But I'm going to put that one back in out of respect for that community, which has been so passionate over the last few weeks, and it's got to get picked one of these days. It really does. The Sheep Detectives is available to stream, and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm open to The Sheep Detectives. Come and see it. It could very well be come and see week. That would be kind of crazy, but it might just be come and see week. I don't know if I've ever actually put it in a poll. I've thought about it many times, but it's up to me at the end of the day what goes into the poll. And truthfully, I've held off. And maybe I shouldn't have, but not Cool Cat. We're not watching Cool Cat. Train Spotting. There's always Train Spotting. Life of Brian. The Odyssey. There's always the Odyssey, I guess. We're all going to see it. It won't be the official film club movie, but it is one that I'm assuming pretty much everyone in this chat is going to see within the next week. Okay, I'm going to put in With Null and I. I'm going to put in Come and See. Lenny. Titicut Follies. I don't know. When I learned what that movie was, it just seems like a tough one to talk about. I want to watch it, but I don't know. Thirst. Event Horizon. Identity, A Simple Plan. Whoa. The SpongeBob Movie. Nosferatu the Vampire. Fireworks. Not a single Sam Neill movie? Yeah, someone suggest a Sam Neill movie. Let me double check his... if there's any blind spots that I've been wanting to check out. I still have yet to see Jurassic Park 2. I don't know if the chat is... Oh, Event Horizon is a Sam Neill movie. I'd happily... I'm gonna put in Event Horizon in honor of Sam Neill. Keep that in mind. I would love to watch that one. Okay, we need one more. We just need one more. Strangers on a Train. I'm looking. We've already watched Possession for the broadcast. A Hitchcock movie. That feels like what I'm up for next week. What's a good Hitchcock movie that we haven't seen yet? Notorious? That might be my pick. I might just throw in Notorious. I've already seen Rope. Strangers on a Train. A Few Good Men. I'm doing Notorious. I don't care. It's my poll at the end of the day. Okay, next week's nominees. What an interesting lineup we have this week. We have With Nil and I, Come and See, Event Horizon, and Notorious. It's going to be an interesting week. I don't know what's getting picked. I have no idea what the members will go for. But this poll is available now for the channel members. You can vote on it on the community tab right now. And if your movie didn't get picked this week, maybe we'll nominate it next week. You gotta tune in. And we will decide on who the winner is at the end of the stream, as usual. Okay, guys, today we're talking about the Red Shoes. You guys voted on this one last week. Bit of a hit. If you didn't tune in last week, it was quite a time. It was quite a time. We did a World Cup movie bracket, and where I picked a movie from each country that qualified for the knockouts of the World Cup. We put them in the same bracket, same order as the actual World Cup, and we had the chat in mini polls, mini 30-second polls, vote on each one and duke it out to see which one ended up at the top. England ended up winning for the Red Shoes, beating out Citizen Kane, Umbrellas of Cherbourg, City of God, Spirited Away, got kicked out first round. It was a crazy poll. It was a crazy bracket, I should say. So we were like, why not put it into the bracket, or the poll for the next week's movie club, and it won that one as well. People just really wanted to watch this movie. People really wanted to talk about it, and so we're here. This is not the first time I've seen this film. This is a rewatch. I watched it for the first time maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. It is a Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger film. I've never known that was his first name. But I usually refer to them as Powell and Pressburger. It is their most iconic film, pretty widely considered their most celebrated, though they've also made many others, including A Matter of Life and Death. I think Michael Powell made one by himself called Peeping Tom, which I watched a couple years ago. Really interesting, especially kind of out there compared to the others. They have a pretty vast and heavy filmography. They're some of the best to come out of England. And this is widely considered their masterpiece. The synopsis reads, a young ballet dancer is torn between the man she loves and her pursuit to become a prima ballerina. More like the Red Snooze. See, that's just I think I saw someone say that in the Discord this week, and I was like, someone hasn't seen the Red Shoes, because it is a riveting watch. That's what I'll say off the bat before we get into it properly, is that this is a very entertaining movie. This is one that I could recommend to anybody, no matter what their taste is, no matter how used they are to older cinema. Stuff like this, I guess if you want to call it a period piece, it's not really. But it's like, it is not like a stuffy cinephile movie. This is something that I think anyone out there, your parents, your siblings, your cousins, they could get into it if they sat down and watched it. And And a lot of that helps because it's also pretty beautiful. It's also a very beautiful movie. It's really nice to look at. We'll talk about all that in a second. Are all streams on Wednesday? All streams are on Wednesday. Yes, at 1 p.m. Pacific. This movie was exhilarating. It is. This is based on the 1845 fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen. It is their follow-up to Black Narcissus, which is another Powell and Pressburger movie that I saw that I actually wasn't crazy about. I thought it was interesting, and I think way more of a... I mean, you might disagree with this, but I thought it was much more of a not straightforward, but leaned into the thriller aspects. It's kind of an unsettling movie, whereas this has like it. I was gonna ask like what people consider the genre of this movie to be, because it's kind of up in the air, and I think that's what's so great about it, is it kind of goes beyond genre constraints. But yeah, it's a weird movie. It's a weird movie. It was a success off the bat. It was nominated for Best Picture, Best Writing. It won Best Music. It won Best Art Direction. Hard to see why not, or why. And it was nominated for Best Editing. It is considered by... one of the first things that I knew about this was that Scorsese considers it one of his favorite movies of all time. Many directors say that, but like Scorsese specifically, I feel like has spoken about this movie quite a lot. And I've always found that really interesting, because when you watch it, you're like, it's not really like a Scorsese movie in any way. It doesn't share a lot of the same things that you see in his films, but it's not at the same time hard to see why an artist like Scorsese would connect with it so much. This is a lot of, I would imagine, this is a movie that I think directors specifically and artists connect to a lot, as it is about the act of making art and the balance between that and love and life and being a normal person, being able to exist normally while being devoted to your craft. I think it's no wonder that this resonated with someone like Scorsese. It also, I should note, Michael Powell was Thelma Shoemaker's husband, and Thelma Shoemaker, if you didn't know, is Scorsese's longtime editor, so there's also that connection. But yeah, it's a classic. He also considers this film and The River to be the most beautiful color films of all time, and hard not to see why. Off the bat, when you watch this, just on the opening credits, I feel like you get the sense that this is like one of the most beautiful looking movies you'll find. They have these beautiful like painted opening credits that I think not only set the tone for what this film is, as a movie about kind of there's a lot of artifice and sets and a blend of real life and stage production that I think is a really interesting aspect that we'll get into. But I think that kind of gets established off the opening credits, but you also just get the sense that this is something very vibrant that has a lot of attention towards color and expressionism, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The film follows basically three characters, and it's kind of an interesting movie because based on the Criterion cover, based on the poster, it does pitch Victoria Page as like the main character here, but you don't really get the sense that she is until a bit later. I had a really interesting time rewatching this movie because I think remember it best for the 17-minute ballet sequence that comes a little over halfway through. And I remember it as being a very expressionist film and being one that felt really ahead of its time and kind of just stylistically very different and not like something you would see in the 40s. But then when I was watching it, the first half of this film is pretty, I don't want to say conventional, but pretty restrained and straightforward. It takes there's still like some really interesting camera movement, and the lighting is beautiful. There's beautiful set design throughout the entire movie, but things feel pretty like normal and like you're just walking on by until you get to that iconic ballet sequence, which I thought was interesting. That this movie does not come out the gates swinging necessarily, but kind of starts in a way that holds your hand a bit and that makes everything feel kind of coordinated and under control to an extent. which only makes the like second half of this film, when it turns into like a full-on, I would argue, like crisis and a bit of a nightmare, all the more affecting, because you're just like, what the hell am I watching? It really sneaks up on you. I thought the ballet scene was only like 2 minutes, pure magic. It's insane. I also did not realize it was a full 17 until I was doing some research and writing down these notes. It literally, when I'm watching it, I'm like, that's got to be like 5 minutes tops. It's a full 17 minutes of this movie is that ballet sequence. And especially on a rewatch, just as magical. I knew it was coming, and then when it started, I was like, here we go. But then as it's happening, you just kind of go somewhere else. I can't think of a lot of other movies besides maybe the final sequence of like 2001, where I just completely, the movie kind of lets go of everything it's defined itself as being up to that point and just becomes something else very confidently and comfortably for like 15 minutes and hits it out of the park. I can't think of a lot of movies that pull that off as well as this does in that sequence. It is just an all-timer. Something I love about it is it's obviously presented as like a ballet performance that you're watching, and you're supposed to be like watching it from the stage, and you realize just very kind of subtly at the top of it that it's like, if you were watching this performance from the stage or from the audience, sorry, you wouldn't really like see the things that we're seeing. Like a lot of the tricks and lighting and gags that happen in that can only happen through film and through the combination of editing and close-ups and perspective. And it's like, I think it draws a lot of attention very subtly to like how you're seeing things in the performance, which I think is like such a brilliant and genius way of putting you in the eyes of the character. It kind of hints at this being something a bit more personal and subjective, and which is only made stronger when later in the scene it cuts to the there's the quick cut where gosh damn it, I'm forgetting his name, but the director quickly like clicks in or flashes in and then disappears, and you realize that it's like there is like an aspect of like hallucination and this psychological element to it that you didn't really expect before that. Boris, of course, Boris. Iconic name. That was my whole Letterboxd review. But the way he flashes in, after that, the whole performance kind of goes off the rails. And then you end up in the void. And you know me, I'm like very quick to critique films that like put characters in the void as a way of making something psychological and dreamy, because I think it's like really played out. This is like one of the first to ever do it, first of all, and does it so gracefully and naturally, and just like, it's stunning, man. It's stunning. The close-up kind of symbolized the entire movie. It did. I mean, you really like, that's what I think is so interesting, is like when it's interesting to watch this on a rewatch, because obviously I knew it was coming and I knew how things went down, but watching it a second time and experiencing that first half, I was like, man, how do we get to where this goes? Like, I don't remember any of this. And I think that speaks to just how powerful the second half is, that it kind of redefines the whole experience for you. But I was just like, how does it stick the landing, given like how normal this all feels? And this sequence really kind of, it lets you into the mind of this character that you haven't really gotten to know a whole lot up until that point. And it definitely just, it's not that like the second half of this film is vastly different from what you're watching before. Like, there's still people talking in rooms, but everything just has this like kind of dark, ominous quality to it that I think is so interesting. And I don't know, it's crazy how much one sequence can do to a film if done right. I thought it was beautiful. Richard Chandler on Letterboxd said he felt like Boris was closeted and that's why he was the way he was. I mean, I'm sure that's a read. Yeah, there's a lot of reads to that character. And that's why I was gonna ask people who you would. It's because like obviously you want to say she's the main character, but he's kind of an interesting person to view this entire thing from. If not for that sequence, I think it would be a no-brainer that he is the main character of this film. But like, obviously she is kind of, I don't know, she's the person that you get in the head of the most. But he is like a really fascinating character just because of how much is clearly like repressed and taken out on the people around him, and he sees himself in her in a lot of ways, which is fascinating. The film ends with him. Yes. I mean, yeah, it literally, like, I think it's a valid argument to say he is the main character. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard not to view the whole thing through that 17-minute sequence. But it's from an editing standpoint, from a cinematography standpoint, to obviously like the production design, it's just incredible. I also think the movie is like so. I mean, it's interesting, obviously, looking at it from like a meta lens, where it's like the play is called The Red Shoes, or the number is called The Red Shoes, movie's Red Shoes, and like just the film being in itself its own production, and like the movie being about separating art from your life. I think the movie really leans into that in playing a lot with sets and not shying away from them looking like sets. Like there's a lot of scenes where they're looking out and it just feels like you're on a production, or where the lighting is like not trying to like shy away from the fact that there's a giant light just off screen like blaring on a certain character. And I think that was a really clever choice that I think you see a lot of in certainly something like Asteroid City and Wes Anderson. I think Wes Anderson pulls a lot from Powell and Pressburger in a way people don't talk about enough. Like Phoenician Scheme feels like a clear homage to A Matter of Life and Death. And I feel like he's definitely pulled from The Red Shoes a handful of times, just in how he chooses to play with artifice and all that. But yeah, I just thought it was so cool. I mean, there's so many. I think this is it's a tough movie to talk about, and it's an easy one to talk about because you could bring up like any scene and any aspect of it and just go on forever. I feel like it's a movie that has a kind of bookish quality where there's so much detail and thematic density to everything it's doing. I mean, there's the train cloud motif that continues to show up that's like foreshadowed early on in the film that I think is just beautiful. Yeah, it's weirdly funny. It has a lot of... I laughed a lot, even in moments where I thought it definitely wasn't supposed to be funny. Like, I thought Boris was like kind of a funny character in like a tragic way, like in the same way that like Kendall Roy is kind of funny. It's a really interesting movie to read because it's a really hard one to pin down tonally, though it really works in that way. I couldn't understand what half of the people were saying. That's what the subtitles are for, man. I would also argue it's not that hard to understand. It's a beautiful movie that's just very much not my thing. I mean, that's fair. This is also not typically my kind of thing. Like these are not movies that I seek out too often, I would say. But I think that just makes it more impressive to me that it seems like kind of... I mean, I was telling my girlfriend it kind of reminds me of Pride and Prejudice, and they were like, not at all. And that's very fair. But what I was trying to say and what I'm now realizing is it's like that's a similar kind of thing where that's like not my thing at all. It's like a voice and a tone that I don't usually go crazy for. But I think the character dynamics and it's all just so sticky and fun to pick apart that it's like I can't help but feel obsessed with it by the end. How do you feel about Marius Goring's performance? I feel like it could have been better. Apologies. I'm really bad with actor names. He was Craster. I thought he was great. He doesn't really need to do a whole lot. I think he's a much quieter character. I certainly don't think like he's a main character. I think it's like very smart how they give him a step back, especially in the second half. Because he feels like he feels sort of powerless, and I think if he had like done more, it would have overshadowed, I think, how much of a threat Boris is in the film. So I thought he was great. I mean, he's works really well as like a face in the movie too. They use his bright blue eyes very well. But yeah, I thought he was fantastic. I don't know if there's a single performance in here that I think misses the mark. Everybody goes, the people that go loud with it, like they do it when they're supposed to, and I think they use the loud characters properly. They use the quiet ones properly. Like no one feels misplaced. Sorry, not sorry. Boris was kind of fine. Someone's got to say it. I mean, someone's got to say it. He does work the mustache pretty well. And angry guys can... we don't need to get into this. The more troubled, the hotter. That's the issue. I really thought the ending was about to be Happy Man. I mean, it's kind of up for interpretation how you read the ending. It is tragic for sure. I mean, it's a pretty devastating end, but I also think it's not. I wouldn't call it like bleak or anything like that, or like pessimistic about. I thought it was really beautiful. But yeah, I really love this. I think it now that we've kind of talking it out a bit more, I think this is by far my favorite that I've seen from them. There's a lot I still haven't seen. I've been wanting to watch Colonel Blimp for a while. And I feel like, I don't know, this just feels like the best. I think in a lot of their movies, I guess I specifically keep thinking about A Matter of Life and Death. It feels like there's a huge focus on these big emotions like love or passion conflicting with like the actual craft of filmmaking, and like trying to capture that on film or through color and shapes and cinematography. And this is like their most obvious movie, just literally about that. And I think that's what works so well about it for me, is it feels epic, and like someone, or I guess two people, like putting everything that they know and feel about what they do into a movie, if that makes sense. I just thought it was fantastic. Yeah, it's one that I this will not be the last time I watch it. For being like well over 2 hours, like it's like 2 hours and 14 or something. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's like a quick. You could throw it on in an afternoon and just like 2 hours will fly by. It's so hard to look away. Yeah. It's amazing. Top 100? It's definitely in the top 100. Is it not in my top 100 on Letterboxd? Where's your Marty Supreme poster? That season's over. That time is, it's done. We're done with that. It's in the closet, rolled up. It's in a good place, but you said it was what? What did I say? I blacked out. Anyway, masterpiece. Bro caved to the backlash, to the Marty Supreme. Are you kidding me? I didn't cave at all. I'm a proud Marty Supreme defender, man. I'm one of the last remaining stands for that film. I get into a fight with my family about it like every week. I think it's a masterpiece. But the season's over. We had to put it away. We can't keep taking it out like that. The Challengers vinyl went away after that was over. That's just how it goes. I don't know what this year's will be. Probably a behemoth sweatshirt. Anyway. Didn't your family love it? My parents did, yeah. But my sister tries to come at me like every time I see her about Timmy being washed and that movie sucking. And I was like, first of all, you didn't see the movie, and second, sorry. He's not washed, is my point. What do you think of the opening scene of the Red Shoes? I think it's cool. That was like, it was jarring. I didn't remember that at all. It's insane how iconic the last 45 minutes of this film are. I've completely blacked out the entire first half of this film. Who do you have as the World Cup winner? I hope it's Spain. I don't know anymore. If Argentina finds a way to win, I'm going to be pissed. All love to the Argentina viewers. I know they're in there. But I'm a Spain fan. I want to see Spain win. Let's check in on the poll. Let's see where we're at. A reminder. Next week's nominees for the Film Club movie are With Nolan and I, Come and See, Event Horizon, and Notorious. I got quite the update. It is almost neck and neck for 3 films. With Nolan and I, Event Horizon, and Notorious, all floating around 18%. Come and See is at 48%. I think, I will say it might finally be Come and See week. It might finally be time to watch that film. Damn. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of stream left. But anyway, the Red Shoes, I gave it a 5 out of 5 for a second time in a row. It did not go down. It is only going up from here. It couldn't go any further than that. It's available on Criterion, and I think a few other places. It's a pretty accessible movie that I recommend everyone see, even if you didn't catch it this week. It is a must-see, in my opinion. You can learn a lot from this film in just the look of it alone. It is a stunning film to look at and listen to. So definitely recommend checking it out. It's on YouTube for free. That's where I saw it, yeah. As is Come and See, apparently. Damn. All right. For the rest of the stream, I say we play some games. I might grab a quick water, and we'll get back to it. With maybe Cine 2 Nerdle, and maybe a game you guys are going to be upset about. I'll be back in 1 second. right. Let's get into it. Let me turn this down. Let me turn this down. Oh, man. Can't hear it through there. How's that? How's that? Well, stream was good. Give me 1 second. How long you doing this? As long as we can survive, you know? Everyone is leaving talk. It's not that bad. It's dropped maybe like 20 people so far. And that is to be expected. That happens also, by the way, every time we play Cine 2 Nerdle. Sounds good? Incredible. Listen, man. Listen. Let's do one puzzle. Let's just see how one puzzle goes. But I really enjoy Baba Is You. Difficult as it is. I think it's a good time figuring this stuff out. What the hell is this? So if you're new to this, this is a really fun puzzle game that everyone enjoys. People love it when we play this game. And it's basically just trying to get us. We are Baba. We are this little red man. We're trying to get him to the yellow flag. And we have some clues and whatnot. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It makes no sense and so much sense at the same time. Riveting. It's pretty riveting. I'm not going to lie. It's fun. It's fun figuring this out as a community. As we get into these later levels, I can't do these things on my own. And I think it also makes it fun when people help me. So key is, Kiki is you. Door is shut. Hedge and door is stop. So if we hit the hedge, no, yeah, we can't move through because it's stop. We can't move those. Key is push and open. Kiki is you. Door is shut. Well, maybe door is you. Okay, that's right. And then when you do that, it starts everything over. So I have to remain active. So I can move this, and then I become the door. Just like that. Also... Okay, never mind. I thought maybe I could push myself. Maybe I can push that. Nope. Is there a way to push something? Pork? I already feel like I'm going insane. Me too. So what we can control in this situation is we can push this key down. I don't want to do that. Key is push and open. Okay, wait, I'm forgetting the controls. It are basically all that we can control. Oh, wait, no. We can try and make something is key. Right? Basically, we need flag to be win. And so this needs to move that way. But I don't know how I'm going to get there. I need to push the hedge. And hedge can't be pushed. Damn it, dude. This is hard. Why don't I just... Hold on. Can I not just do this? No, because flag isn't win. I need to get this down there. Shut doesn't really help me at all. But I could I be the key? Could key be me? No, I don't think that works. I think we're stuck. Baba is back, baby. Hey, we actually, I will say it. I'll be the first to say it. We are gaining viewers. Thanks to Baba. This is worse than the human centipede. No, don't say that. Don't say that. We are getting somewhere. There's something to this that I'm into. What if door is key? No, I can't push door. Fuck. Okay. Something got messed up somewhere along the way. Also, my face is not covering any clue. This is everything we have. Are we sure we can't do anything with these? Some open is... I guess key could be you. Wait. Key could be me. Key could be me. Okay, let's do that. Let's start there. I don't know how I'm gonna get me over there without fucking this up, but no, I can't do that. What is the dog? What are the controls again? Where I can reverse? There we go. Okay. Bro, thank you for the super chat. Update. We're still on pre-production on our feature. Need to roast. You need the roast. Yes. Bruh, can you send me your letterboxed? Happy to roast it. Happy to roast it. And best of luck on the feature again. Keegan definitely is you. Keegan definitely is you. There's something here. There is something here. Now, door is you, and dude, okay, it's so close. If I can get key to be you, that would be massive. But I'm confused on how I can get there. No, that doesn't move. Can key be Kiki? Can key be Kiki and Kiki is you? Wait. Something's happening. Wait. Something happened. That's not bad. That's not bad, but I need Kiki to be me again and I can't get back there. He's cooking. See, it's a pretty satisfying game at the end of the day. You can get the U over there by switching between door and Kiki. Okay, but I think I need to reset. Do I need to reset? What's the point of this? So the point, let me explain this to you guys again. The point is that the level is complete when me, this little red guy, reaches the flag. But the flag needs to be set to is win. We need to make that the rule so that, like, when I hit the flag, I've won the level. To do that, I need to move this key. The best way of moving that key is to become the key. And to become the key, I can, move these buttons so that it says key is you. Now, how I do that is what I'm trying to figure out now. But I'm kind of on to something here. I'm just a little confused on how I get there. I sent it on Discord self-promo. Good to know. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. You sound deranged. I'm figuring out a puzzle. That's all this is. I'm literally just figuring out a puzzle. Get Kiki is and door is side by side. So when you move you can still control something, and when it's one gap away from key, then move is. Okay. Let me break that down one more time. Kiki is and door is side by side. Like this. Uh-huh. So when you move you, you can still control something. And when it's one gap away... Oh, okay, I see, I think. Right, dude. Wait, undo. So sorry. This is crazy. Wow. Wait. Kiki is you. Door is you. Key is me. Aaron, appreciate it. Appreciate that. That was madness. I don't know if I ever actually would have gotten there on my own. But this is why we do this on stream, is we solve these as a community. We solve these as a community. Flag is win. Guess what? That's how you win. That's how you win. W. Aaron. All right, not too bad, man. Not too bad. I just realized we skipped over 9. We were supposed to do 9. We went right into 10. That's how confident we were. And the crowd goes mild. literally 0 people excited at the fact that we won. Okay, rock is rock. Flag is rock. Flag is win. Baba is you. Wall is stop. Rock is rock. No getting around that. But, and then flag is rock. Flag is win. Wall is stop. Baba is you. There's no changing Baba is you. That is going to be what it is. I just realized I'm covering flag is win. Let me, there we go. Flag is still win. You is Bob. John is here. Oh shit, we're doing this again. Baba is you. Okay, I can move these around pretty comfortably. I don't know what flag is rock. Only thing I can think of that would be interesting to change is like rock is flag ? And then okay. I've never seen that before. I've literally never seen that before. Rock can't be flag? And is that because these are already established? Okay, yes, that was easy as fuck. That was the easiest one yet. I didn't even need the chat's help that time. Carson, please, for your own sanity. John, I thought you liked this. I was under the impression we all liked this. Okay, big one. Big one. That's exciting. The bigger the better, right? Okay. Let's assess what information we know. Baba is you, and that is a pretty tough one to move. We are not going to be able to move that. Jelly is just on its own. Flag is push. Flag is flag. Flag will always be flag. Flag is stop. Wall is stop. Jelly is win. So jelly is win. Flag is... Right, now that we have multiple things, that's when we start getting these X's, because it doesn't line up with the other conditions we have. Well, maybe jelly is push. And maybe... I can't push the flag now. Okay. Well, this is bad. This is really bad. Wall is stop. That's not going to go anywhere. Baba is you. Is not going to go anywhere. Baba is you. Is maybe is jelly? No. Maybe is flag? That's not gonna help. That's not gonna help. Let's start over. Flag is push. Flag is jelly. Not doable. Jelly is push. We can push jelly, but what use is that? What the fuck do I do? What do I actually do? Flag is Baba is you? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, whoa. Wait. We need to push this over here. No, because then something else is messed up. But what if Jelly is Baba is you? That should be no problem. Yeah. Yes, man. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Oh! I don't know if I wanted to do that, but... Hold on. I was so close to doing something. Okay, we have 2 Babas now. This is massive. Flag needs to be push. We can get there. We can still get there by moving this stuff down. Watch this. Watch this. Bada bing. Bada... Wait, what? Wait, why not? Why not? It's win. It's win. I need it to not be push. Well, it's stuck. Huh. I thought it was all so simple. I thought it was all so simple. Jelly flag. Okay, something's messed up. Something's messed up. I got confused. I don't think it ever needed to be push. It did need to be... Oh, maybe you're right. It didn't need to be push. It didn't need to be push. Okay. Listen, call me crazy. We're going to start over. We are going to... I didn't need to push it. Why did I push it? I thought there was a reason I did that. Maybe I accidentally... Bam. And... All right. I overcomplicated that one. I'll say it. I overcomplicated it. You're crazy? Guys, we got another win. Okay, we did lose viewers on that one. I'll own up to that. I'll own up to the fact that we lost a couple viewers on that one. But we're still not terrible. We're still not terrible. I have tickets to see the Odyssey in 70mm IMAX later this month, but I'm wondering if I should make that my first viewing or if I should catch an earlier viewing. Catch an earlier viewing. You should, I think like that kind of stuff, it's like, yes, you should see it if you can in that big format. But like, I feel like it doesn't make or break the movie. It comes down to what you want. Do you want it? Do you want to see it in like the best way possible? Or do you want to see it while it's like a moment and be a part of like a moment with the rest of the world, you know? Like, do you want to be a part of that week? And I kind of, I'm more of like a want to be a part of the moment kind of guy, you know? I don't care as much about. I saw Oppenheimer on like the most normal screen because I couldn't get a ticket to anything else, and I still had a good time. It was worth it to see it like opening day with the Barbie movie and whatever. All right. We have Baba is... What do we know? Baba is you. Door is shut and stop. Hedge is stop. Crab is behind the door. What is win? I say flag should be win, but I don't know how we're going to get that over there. I Okay. Baba is flag. Okay. Hear me out. Flag is push. Baba is open. The fuck happened there? Maybe flag is open? No, but then flag can't be push. Unless we do flag is... Hear me out. Flag is push is open. And then, boom. Now we have crab is win. Dude, I'm figuring it out. Oh. Baba is crab? No! No. Wait. Wait. Maybe, bring it back a bit. Maybe, crab is push? Yes. I'm still gonna turn into crab. That's the issue. Crab is win? I got lost. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what's happening. Why didn't it light up? Hey, Jimothy, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Can't wait for the feature-length Baba adaptation. I honestly, there's something there. Harvey Dent, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Carson, you should watch all 6 Evil Dead movies. Or you would watch all 6 Evil Dead movies? Absolutely, I would love to. I'm so behind that I can't enjoy these new Evil Dead movies that are coming out, but... John, all caps, no? What did I do wrong? I thought I was actually fucking cooking for a second. I literally thought I was onto something really special. I have to start over. Something was going right. Baba is crab. No, again? You're freaking me out, man. You're freaking me out. I was microwaving. Baba is... I think flag should be open. And push. I think I was actually, like, pretty good about that. That was feeling really good. Because I want access to crab. No? What's going on? What is going on? What are you talking about? This feels like something... You guys are messing with me. Maybe Baba is Baba. No! Maybe I don't need... Wait. Hear me out. I'm getting somewhere. Maybe I don't need all of this trash. Hold on. Please, I'm begging you. This is actually, like, really stressing me out. I hate this chat right now. This is really, like... This is one of my worst nightmares. I used to dread times like these. Aaron, Aaron, I would love to read that, but I also feel like I'm on to something. And so I don't want to get that hint just yet. Should we tell him? Stop! You know that's my shit. You know that's my pet peeve. I think the crab is a red herring. I just think the crab is something. Baba is... Open means nothing. Open means nothing to me anymore. We've lost flag. But flag could be crab. Flag could be crab. Wait. And... No, that doesn't mean anything. That literally doesn't mean anything. What's wrong with Baba being Baba? I'm gonna start over again. You know the answer? I think I might need a hint. I might need a hint. Do what you did last time, then use the other Baba to make Baba is flag. Maybe that will cancel out Baba becoming a crab. Oh. Okay. So wait, wait, I got lost again. Wait. I'm figuring something out. No, I have to always be Baba. That's the issue. That's an issue here. That is not good. But I'm gonna keep on doing this. And I'm just gonna keep doing this. Listen, Crab is gonna be push. I hate to say it. He's gonna be push. And then Baba is gonna be win. This isn't gonna work. This is literally not gonna work. No. What am I doing? Wrong. He doesn't talk about movies anymore. Just Baba. Yeah, it's true. It's true. If Crab is Baba, that... Oh! Okay. Okay. We've been separated. I mean, the opposite. Baba won't be defeated if Baba isn't Baba. What the fuck? If Crab is Baba. Man. Let's just play Cine 2 Nerdle. You guys win. I feel like I'm so close and I can't figure it out at all, man. Let me backtrack a little bit. Am I crazy? What do I need to... Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you a question. What do I need to make is win? What needs to go up there and is win? Baba? Can I even get Baba up there? You're crazy. Crab. Crab needs to go up there? How the fuck am I gonna get Crab up there? Okay. Okay. I think we have this. We've gained viewers. Okay. Hear me out. We need to get Crab up there, you're saying. Something went horribly wrong. Am I insane? Do flag is win? Flag isn't moving, though. Flag can't be moved. I feel like I got more confused. Start over and do flag is win? Oh, wait. Oh, no. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't get flag out of this wall. That defeat is really kicking my ass here. Remember, you can push 2 things at once. Can you open the door as Baba? I think the beginning is right. The beginning is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be getting crab out. I know that much. But as soon as I get this out, did I not do this before? No, that's not, no. What did I do before? Beginning is right. Make flag is Baba, then try pushing crab. Make flag is Baba, then try pushing. I'm gonna do the beginning again. This is insane. This is actually making me so mad. Okay, flag is push, flag is open. Flag has been opened, taking out crab. Flag needs to be Baba. Right. And then we're gonna make this flag is Baba. But the flag is gone. Then try pushing the crab. Baba is depressed. The hierarchy of the Baba universe is about to change. What about flag is crab? There's nothing makes sense. Wait. No. Wait, something's almost here. Was I onto something there? Was I onto something? I might rage quit. I might be done. This is really getting to me. Does Baba need to be me first? I can't be defeat. I can't be defeat. Wait. But is it something about the order that I'm in right now? Like, is it something about the order of the line I'm building? Because that's... No, nothing, no. Wait. I see. Crab needs to be win. Is needs to be defeat. I'm so close, man. I'm literally so close. I'm so mad. Wait, what? Wait. Fucking hell. Wait. Wait. What would Baba be? What is happening? I broke the game. I broke the game. I actually invented something I didn't know you could make. What would Baba do? Crab push Baba? Is it the other way around? Now it's all fucked up. Is it you down here and then you up here? That doesn't feel right at all. No. I've overcomplicated it. I've overcomplicated it. Life of Brian won the poll. Okay. Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. I actually, listen, I was amazed that we hadn't lost that many viewers earlier. I'm actually confused at how we've gained 20 viewers just now. I don't know how we've done that. Flag is push. Crab needs to be win. Baba needs to be Baba. That's the same mistake I made earlier. All right, guys, walk me through it. We're here. We're here. Because you're playing a good game. Exactly. Exactly. Say that to the deniers. Fuck. What? So. All right. I need step by step. Flag is Baba. Flag is Baba. And then push the word crab, not crab. Okay. Flag is Baba. Then push the word crab, not the crab. And then... But... I see what you're saying. But... I don't understand how I'm supposed to get it up there. Baba is Duke. How has no one made that joke yet? It's a great bit. I'll be honest. I don't believe that anyone else in chat knows what to do. Someone would have spoken up by now to put us out of our misery, but no one's actually... I don't think any... If you know what to do, now is the time to speak up. John knows. Just win, bro. I think... Sorry, wait. Bring back crab. I think crab needs to be push, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. That does something for me. But then Something's happening. Why did it turn off? Because that's just a symbol. He can't be. Wait. I'm so close. I'm actually so close. No, man. No, man. Holy shit. This is breaking my brain. Crab is Baba. Back to this bullshit. Wait. What if Baba is Crab? What if Baba is Something's happening. What if Baba is Push? And what if release me? No. Wait. I'm almost there. Wait. How do I get them to... Wait. Dude, I'm... no, because... No, wait. No, you stupid fucking Babas. Wait, now I've really fucked up. No, wait. Something's happening. Give up. Carson, restart. Yeah. You're right. Oh my god. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Please. Someone put me out of my misery. This is actually driving me insane. Harvey Dent knows. Carson, restart. He is not cooking. I can't read these comments. Baba is Baba and Crab is win. Baba is Baba and Crab is win. Baba is Baba and Crab is win. I'm actually... Okay, Baba is Baba and Crab is win. Baba is Baba and Crab is win. Baba and Crab is win. But where's Crab? How do we not lose Crab? Baba is Baba vertical. Then push Crab word. Wait, Baba is Baba vertical, then push Crab word. Baba is Baba. And Crab is win. Level 13. Baba is you. Door is stop. Key is defeat. Star is push, cannot be moved. Wall is stop. Key is open. Baba is shut. For once, we can push the star. Now, key is open. Cannot be pushed. Now, star can very easily, be open. I know that much. What? Wait, why can't star... What the fuck? Wait, why can't that happen? I'm already mad. Why can't star be open? It can be. Why don't it open? Why not open? Maybe star is key? No, now we just have two keys that defeat us. Key is defeat is kind of a... That's not gonna go anywhere for now. Where is win? I just realized, is there even a win on here? How do you win this? Oh, it's up there. Is win. Wall is... Wait a second. What if wall is open? Can it be open and stop at the same time? No, of course not. What if wall is key? No, we don't want that. Let's start over. You gotta think outside of the box. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Baba is you, and door is stop, and key is defeat. Key is defeat, but key is also open. Outside of the box. This isn't gonna do anything. Or it does everything. Okay. Okay. Now, key is defeat. Let's remember that. But things do go beyond the keys. Let's remember that. How do I get... Now, we're in a pickle because is and win have a space in between. And I don't know how I'm going to connect those two from over here. Unless I can't become anything, though. Baba is you is trapped in keys. So something needs to change. What if wall was star? Wouldn't that be kind of nice? I guess. Oh, but I could. Okay, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. It could be vertical. I keep forgetting about vertical, man. I keep forgetting about vertical. Okay, so star could be win. Or key could be win. But I don't know if key could be win if key is already defeat. Star kind of needs to be win. But I need to get star out of there somehow. Okay, wait. I'm onto something here. I'm onto something. And I haven't even looked at chat. I don't even want to know what you guys are saying. I have no interest in what's being said down there. That didn't do anything. Because it needs to be a letter. Or a word, sorry. That doesn't work either. What would work? What the hell would work? Sorry. Someone said star is open. No, because star is already push. Oh, but that's the symbol, dude. Oh my god. Listen, there's a lot to keep track of in this game. Okay, let's start over. Okay. Something interesting is going to happen here. I like wall is key. That feels like something important. And then this stupid shit. Just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. Wall is key is just wrong. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I thought that was like such a great play. That's the only thing I have. Please understand that's all I have. So don't tell me things like this. Wall is shut. Hint, any shut thing can be opened. That's a huge hint. And I never considered that. Okay, wall. Now it's all starting to make a little bit more sense, what you guys are saying. Wall is shut. And then, sorry. Wait. Key is open. But I can't use key. Star needs to be open. So you're saying this is gonna... Wow. Wow. Now that's crazy. And then what? What are we left with other than key is win? Move that out of the way. And here I was thinking key was wall. What would I do without the community, man? What the hell would I do without the community? Okay. Hold on. On to the next one. No, please make it stop. Guys, we're going to do one more. we're gonna do one more. Baba is you, flag is win, wall is stop, rock is push. Baba is float. Flag is win. Flag is win. Flag is win. Why not? Why not? Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Let's check in on the poll. Let's check in on the poll. That last one was getting to me. Let's see. Did Come and See come out on top? It did, comfortably, by the way. Guys, honestly, I still have to do the call-ins, so we're not going to call this just yet. How did these headphones end up around my neck? We out of Baba? That one's going to be figured out in private. Let's just say that. Okay, we're going to start wrapping things up. Starting with the call-in. If you guys didn't know, I don't know why it's gone. It should be up, but there's a number at the top of the screen. And every time you call that, I'll pick up, I'll leave a voice, Jesus Christ. When you call that number, you can ask for a movie recommendation based on your top 4. And I will give you them on stream. And you can do so by leaving me a voicemail, a voice message, some might say. And I'm going to listen to those right now and give some recommendations. I just got here. You can't end the stream. I can do whatever the hell I want. This is your personal phone number? No. But wouldn't that be crazy? Okay, here's one. Let's listen to this.
Hi, Karsten. So today I feel like watching something chill, if that makes sense.
Something chill.
And something a little Sundance-y. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like Cha-Cha Real Smooth.
Yeah.
Or something like Dee.
Absolutely.
You know, something like that vibe. Something very chill. Maybe a bit under the radar. Thank you.
This is perfect because I, having been to Sundance, know a handful of under-the-radar Sundance films that feel like Sundance films that are worth checking out that didn't get as much love as they deserved. The one I'm going to recommend to you that feels the closest to what you're looking for and that I thought deserved a lot more love is a great film called Fancy Dance by Erica Tremblay. It is a underrated Lily Gladstone film. It's an Apple TV Plus movie that was unfortunately kind of buried by Apple TV Plus. I don't know why this wasn't pushed more in light of Killers of the Flower Moon and all that, but it's a great Lily Gladstone movie that kind of acts as like a, and it's not some like, it is chill. It is like a Sundance indie, definitely, but it also is kind of like it's a bit of a crime thriller. A lot of surprising amount of action in this movie that is really well done. I remember really enjoying it. I remember having a really good time with it. It's a nice, chill, 91 minutes out of Sundance, available on Apple TV Plus. Check it out. It's a great movie. Fancy Dance. Yeah, underrated. Really good if you're into Cine True Nerdle. Good Lily Gladstone Third Strike. All right, let's check out another one.
Hello, my name is Sebastian. That's my fourth
Hello,
favorite film.
Sebastian.
Dog Day Afternoon,
Banger.
Killing of a Sacred Deer,
Banger.
and Being John Malkovich, and Uncut Gems.
Being John Malkovich, Uncut
Thank you.
Gems. Okay. Dog Day Afternoon, Killing of a Sacred Deer, Being John Malkovich, Uncut Gems. It's funny, the sorry, the transcription says Uncle James, not Uncut Gems. I was like, what's Uncle James? I haven't seen it. Yeah. Okay. I'm picking up on a bit of a stressful single character drama piece. Killing of a Sacred Deer being a bit of an outlier. Being John Malkovich, maybe a little bit out. I mean, I see Dog Day Afternoon and Uncut Gems in like the same camp for some reason. All these films are a little stressful though. They're all kind of like anxiety driven. Something in line with those. I'm gonna recommend something stressful, but yeah, something a little dark, stressful. I'm not gonna say climax. Uncle James. Damn, this is hard. It's like so doable. That's what's difficult. This is very doable, but I can't for some reason think. You know what? I will say, I'm gonna recommend you an Andrew Dominique film, Killing Them Softly. It's not like stressful, but it's dark, and it is very stylish in the way that those other movies are. It's a beautiful looking movie. It's very nihilistic. It's very mean-spirited. It's very hard-edged and a bit edgy, but that's what you kind of get with Andrew Dominique. Killing Them Softly, starring Brad Pitt. Pretty good movie. Carson, the super chat. I'm sorry. Kale, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. New to the club, but had to work and missed this movie chat, but glad to be here. Have you talked about the Letterboxd Sony situation? I talked about it a little bit. I didn't know it was Sony specifically. And I talked about how, I mean, it's a shame. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And I don't know what's going to happen. Nothing has happened yet. But there are conversations about Letterboxd being sold. I heard it was like, yeah, I guess Sony. I was hearing a lot of Netflix. So I don't know what that's going to entail. I don't know what's going to change. But it's just like, just unnecessary, right? But that's kind of what you get when a platform gets so big. But yeah, nothing to say about it right now other than I hope things turn around. Because that would be unfortunate. Okay, let's do one more. This one came in literally like just 2 minutes ago.
Hello. My name's Winnie the Pooh, and my 4 favorite films are Aquila and the Bee, Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage, The Secret Life of Bees, and my 4th one is Jack the Giant Slayer. I am looking for a movie involving honey, but don't you dare give me the bee movie. Nothing of that nature. Thank you so much. Big fan.
There's a great honey scene in Marty Supreme. Hope you enjoy it. Okay. Let's wrap it up. I think I've had enough. I've had enough of today. I've had enough. Let's check in on the poll. The winner for next week's movie is Come and See. We're watching Come and See next week. It is available on the Criterion channel, I believe, or on YouTube for free, apparently. Gonna be an interesting watch. Gonna be a heavy one, just giving you guys a heads up. I have not seen it, but I've heard it's heavy. I've heard it's heavy and bleak and big. So, everybody, good luck. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope I enjoy it. I'm excited to finally get into the Criterion copy that I've owned for years. Other than that, Bruh, thank you for the super chat. Roast. Yes. Let me look into that. Let me look into this. Baba is you. In the meantime, listen, I have a new video on Odyssey coming out this week. So be on the lookout for that. I'm trying to think. I thought I had another one. I don't think I have another one after that. Maybe a video on her private hell, but I don't know yet. I'm not itching to see it, and I don't know if many people are. But where is this? Are you Stony Boy? Is that you? I want to be certain. Bruh 9313. Also, this is not a thing. I don't want to set a thing. If you donate a super chat, I am not going to just like automatically roast your letterbox, but I'm doing this out of best wishes for this person who's going to go out and make a feature. It felt like a special occasion. Yeah, felt like a fun idea. Revisiting the weekly roast. 1 second. And then we will head out. Stony_boy. A lot of anticipation for this top 4 after weeks of trying to figure this out. Not Baba is you again. 1 second. And we are almost there. Roast my Baba. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Okay. Let's examine this. Stony Boy. Interesting header. It is the background for Husbands, a movie that I've wanted to watch for a while. Also, A Woman Under the Influence, another John Cassavetes. Berlin Horse, have not seen it. I wish I could speak on this. Who's the director? Malcolm Legris. Looks sick, though I know nothing about this. And Miami Vice, which is a banger. Out of nowhere banger. 2 John Cassavetes movies, I think we gotta chill. Miami Vice, on the recent activity and in the top 4. Let's give it some time before throwing it up there, huh? Interesting posters. Clearly has a little bit of an edge to it. You're someone who likes things a little rough around the edges, I'm realizing. A lot of, like, hand-drawn fonts. Quite scrappy, but I like it. I think aesthetically, Miami Vice is sticking out, and we should clean it up. But you have an interesting profile. 5 stars for The Brown Bunny is unacceptable. I have not seen it, but that's bold. Yeah, you're from Iceland, which is starting to piece a lot of this together for me. This is someone who does not get to see the sunlight very often throughout the year. But let's look at your recent ratings. 2 stars for Backrooms, 1.5 for Michael, 1 star for Wuthering Heights, 3 stars for Project Hail Mary. Not an easy critic, I'll tell you that much. Hard to please for the most part. Loved 28 Years Later, though. I can get on board with that. 4 stars for Superman. None of this makes any sense. But it's a good profile. Certified alcoholic. That's an interesting detail that we don't need to talk about. Certified Cassavetes Glazer. Pow, 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 pow. Wannabe filmmaker. Pow, 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 pow. Also a chain smoker. Bye. All right. Well, I hope that your feature goes well. I'm sure it'll be very interesting. Thank you for the donation, bro. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the process. Okay. We're going to wrap things up. Guys, today was fun. Today was crazy. Bummed about England, but hope things turn out for Spain on Sunday. I'll share my thoughts next Wednesday. Come and see next week. Hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.